Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is November 5th, 2023, and UEFA has fined Barcelona. Also, it's reported that Barcelona are currently considering signing Guido Rodriguez. And finally, Marcos Alonso and Sergio Roberto will both be leaving the club at the end of their contracts. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. It is November 5th, 2023. My name is Mo. As I reported before, I am currently out of my home. I'm out of town, actually. I'm traveling. So this is why I'm bringing you this live stream. This will be a short live stream just to bring you the news. I will not be addressing the chat section or answering any questions like I usually do during my live streams. This is strictly just to bring you the news because, again, I am out of home. I'm away from a YouTube studio. But, of course, as always, when I travel, I do like to bring my camera with me in order to bring you the news. Now, in case you're wondering, yes, I am sitting on the floor. Yes, I am sitting in the closet. But, when you're on the road and you have to make these videos and I have to bring you the news, you do have to get creative. So it is what it is. But hopefully you get what you need out of this video, which is Barcelona news. Now, having said all that, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Of course, if you are looking to buy any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the gift bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the Bet Us. Both links are in the description. Now, let's start with the news because Barcelona yesterday defeated Real Sociedad 0-1 in the final moments with a goal of Ronald Araujo in what was another yet disappointing performance of the team. I didn't watch the full match because, again, I'm out of town, had a very hectic weekend. But from what I saw, from the highlights, from reading about it, it seems like it was not a good performance. But yeah, Barcelona were able to get to take home 3 very important points with that late goal by Ronald Araujo. And of course, this is very important because it allows Barcelona to stay in the race for La Liga's title. Now, it's reported that Xavi Hernandez was extremely upset after yesterday's match. He believes that the team has taken a huge dip in performance. He doesn't understand why, and he's very, very upset. He made it very clear that he was upset in the in a post-match press conference where he said that the team did not deserve to win. And for the first time this season, Xavi Hernandez seems to be worried about the team because for the first time in the season, not only is the team performing bad, but for the first time in the season, Xavi does not quite understand why. So Xavi Hernandez has decided that he has some work to do. He wants to find out why exactly the team is not performing. The feeling as far as the board of directors is that they still support Xavi. They believe that he will get this project off the ground, but at the same time, they do want him to fix the problem. And again, Xavi very, very upset, very disappointed with the team's performance, and very worried because, again, for the first time, he does not understand why the team's performance has taken a huge, huge dip or a decline. So Xavi does have some work to do, and it's reported that him, Laporta, and Deco will be meeting in the upcoming days in order to try to pin it down and figure out what exactly is going on. Now, on to more bad news because UEFA has sanctioned Barcelona. I reported about this over the summer. UEFA had fined Barcelona €500,000 because Barcelona misreported some of their income. It was some income for intangible things, so it's not about player sales. It was a different thing. So pretty much every year, every club has to report to UEFA all the money they made, how much money, from where, players' sales, ticket sales, merchandise sales, etc. They have to report all of that to UEFA. And it seems there was a small category of money that Barcelona kind of put it in the wrong box. They did not categorize it the right way. They didn't inflate the numbers or anything. It wasn't like they reported more or less. It was the right amount, but they put it under the incorrect category of income, and therefore UEFA fined Barcelona $500,000. Barcelona appealed that because their argument was it was just a clerical error. It wasn't like Barcelona were trying to hide anything. They simply just put the right number under the wrong category. But it's official now. The appeal has been rejected, and UEFA has officially fined Barcelona €500,000. Now, it's not a lot of money, of course, for a club as big as Barcelona, but given the financial situation, of course, it does hurt. $500,000 is, after all, $500,000 that Barcelona could have used towards something else. Now, more news because Ronald Araujo was the hero of yesterday's match. He scored that late goal during the final moments that allowed Barcelona to beat Real Sociedad and take home those 3 very important points. And while it's reported that Barcelona will begin contract renewals with the Uruguayan defender this upcoming winter transfer market. Now, this is something I talked about in the past, where Barcelona are really trying to tie down all their young talent, all the talent that they consider is kind of the foundation of the team. Players like Gabi, Pedri, Araujo, Lamine Yamal, etc. They already renewed Gabi. They already renewed Lamine Yamal. They already renewed Alejandro Valde. So now they're going to keep working down the list, renewing more young talent, such as Araujo, Pedri. And then it seems that it's Araujo's turn, and that Barcelona will begin negotiations to renew his contract this winter transfer market. Now, Ronald Araujo signed from the Uruguayan Club Athletic Boston River back in 2019. He joined Barca Athletic, where he played 44 matches. Eventually, he was promoted to the first team by Ronald Koeman. He did extend his contract in 2022 all the way to 2026. So his contract will expire in 2.5 years. But again, Barcelona want to work really hard on securing all this young talent that Barcelona consider are the foundation of the team. So the club will begin negotiations this winter transfer market to extend Ronald Araujo's contract past its expiration date of 2026, which of course is great news because Araujo is undoubtedly one of the best, if not the best center back in the world. And we've seen him how he has become a total leader on the field and in the locker room. Now, more news because it's reported that Barcelona are considering once again the signing of Guido Rodriguez. In case you don't know who he is, Guido Rodriguez is a 29-year-old Argentinian pivot. He currently plays for Real Betis. Barcelona had considered signing him in the past for that pivot position. And of course, Barcelona are in the market for a pivot. They need another pivot. We only have one right now, who's Oriol Romeo. He doesn't have any natural substitutes. Of course, Barcelona also want, kind of a long-term solution for the pivot position, since Oriol Romeo is 33 or 34 years old. And we've also heard those reports about Oriol Romeo having knee problems this whole season. That's why his form has taken a dip. So Barcelona are definitely desperate to find a solution for the pivot position. And as a result, they are considering, once again, Guido Rodriguez. Now, the reason they're considering Guido Rodriguez is because Barcelona do have a lot of financial problems. They don't have that much money to sign whoever they want. And since Guido Rodriguez's contract is set to expire in the summer of 2024 with Real Betis, and he hasn't renewed yet, Barcelona are considering him kind of as a low-cost option because the club would not have to pay a transfer fee for the Argentinian midfielder. Now, this is not for sure. Barcelona will study the situation as the months come by, but it is a consideration. Of course, he's not the number one option for Barcelona. Barcelona do want to sign Gabriel Moscardo. They have other options, younger options that Barcelona want to sign. But again, because of the financial situation, Barcelona's hands are tied. So Guido Rodriguez is kind of an option that Barcelona are considering as a low-cost option. Again, not the number one option, but it is an option just given the club's financial situation. Now, more news because it's reported that both Sergi Roberto and Marcos Alonso will not continue at the club. Of course, both players' contracts will expire this upcoming summer. And in the case of Sergi Roberto, Barcelona are, of course, very thankful to him for everything he has done. He's someone who came up through the academy, who spent his whole career at Barcelona, who's given us a lot of great moments. For example, that comeback goal against PSG in that 6-1, the biggest comeback in the history of the Champions League. He's won a lot of trophies with Barcelona. He's been a great leader this season in the locker room, helping the youngsters develop, helping the youngsters, with their mentoring. So the club are very, very thankful to Sergio Roberto, but of course they do consider that that chapter is over, that it's time for Sergio Roberto to move on. So Sergi will not be continuing at the club. And alongside him, Marcos Alonso, whose contract also does expires this upcoming summer. Of course, he has lost a lot of protagonism. He has lost a lot of minutes. You know, we've seen Alejandro Valdez cement himself as the definitive starter on the left back position, and where Marcos Alonso hasn't been really that good at being the substitute of Balde. And then as far as being a left-footed center back, of course, we've seen the rise of Íñigo Martinez. So the club kind of considered that Marcos Alonso has no place on the team anymore, and therefore he will be leaving the club as well. Now, we do have the winter transfer market coming up in January. Barcelona will try to offload both players to see if they can get some money out of them, because, again, both players' contracts expire in the summer. So both will be leaving the club for free. So Barcelona will try to put both of them on the market this winter, see maybe they can get some money out of them. We don't know if that's possible or not. If it is, then great. If not, it's not a problem. But both players will not continue with Barcelona. They might leave this winter, hopefully for some money. If not, they will leave for sure next summer. But one thing is for sure is that Sergi and Marcos Alonso will not continue with Barcelona. Now, the last bit of news is about Lionel Messi. It's a little bit of sad news, just given what Messi means to the club. But, you know, we all saw that post by Hernandez reporting that Messi had supposedly spoken to Laporta about a possible goodbye or a farewell match or a farewell event at the Camp Nou. Messi reposted that tweet from Hernandez and said, no, this is a lie. And then it was revealed that he actually hadn't spoken to Laporta. And well, now it's been confirmed, actually, not only that Messi did not speak to Laporta about his goodbye match, but in fact, Messi completely avoided Laporta on purpose. He did not want to talk to him. He did not want to take a picture with him. Completely avoided the Barcelona president, which shows that there's still like really bad feelings between Messi and Laporta. And I say it's sad because, of course, Lionel Messi will always be the greatest legend of Barcelona, the biggest player in the history of our club. And it's sad to see how the situation ended between him and Laporta. But it makes it that much more difficult to plan kind of like a goodbye or a goodbye match or goodbye event, because if Messi cannot even speak to Laporta, then I don't know how they're going to be able to pull off that goodbye match. Now, hopefully, I do pray that eventually the relationship will be fixed, that both will get, will put aside all their animosity and they can come together to organize this farewell. But for now, this is the news, which is sad, but what can we do? Anyways, that is all the news for today. I will be back home tomorrow. So regular scheduled live stream tomorrow, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then, of course, your daily news videos. Again, I apologize for not making a video yesterday and for the setup. But again, I'm at home. I'm out of the house. I'm out of town, actually. But don't worry. I will be back home tomorrow. I'm back in my YouTube studio. So don't worry. We will have your regularly scheduled live stream and regularly scheduled videos. Anyways, thank you for all of you who watched the video. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in tomorrow's live stream. So have a great weekend, and Visca Barça.